It's coming.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't post, so that's good. It just posted, so that's good.
You waiting on a new one. You know I
Oh, that was flowing
want
nice, too.
you.
It was flowing nicely, too. It felt good.
Want me
We are?
all night, miss. I mean, that's fine. This is the blooper reel version of. We are?
YouTube?
Yay.
Oh, hey.
So let's continue.
With the same link?
Oh. Well, they've been watching us.
Wow.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I've been.
I'm not sorry.
It was technical difficulties.
It's the blooper reel.
I was drinking clear soup. I don't know what they do to this stuff, but it's good.
It's very delicious. I think it's because they make it with love.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you took the opportunity to breathe. Because we still got to do our check-in.
Yeah.
We still?
Let me not laugh.
Well, one of them is. Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah, I'm watching one. We got two people watching it. Oh, it's me and you. Maybe this was. Anisha does make good sense. Is Mercury retrograde coming soon? Tech issues.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, we're back.
Hey.
Hey. We're back, guys.
Welcome back.
So, actually, at the moment, there are 5 planets in retrograde.
There are. I thought it was 6.
With Mercury coming
It's
around,
gonna be
it'll
6.
be 6, but right now it's 5.
Oh,
so
Lord.
Jesus.
just continue to check yourself.
All right. That being
Because
said,
the energy is real.
That being said, it is time to check in. Let's start with the body first. How's your body?
my body is still trying to recover from quite a busy decadence. I literally been slapping ass and doing kink stuff since Thursday, and I am.
We love that.
I am in recovery.
Yeah, and I think we'll have a second to check in about decadency things.
Oh yeah, I'll talk about it. I was just saying my body is
Yeah.
recovering from all that.
My long story short, I had a wheelbarrow game gone bad where you by your foot, where the girl dropped me on my toe and it broke, and then it healed, but now it's arthritic.
Oh.
And I've been smacking ass and getting tied up and wax poured on me at the tail end of each night. But in the first half of the night, I was doing a grief dance, which involved me like getting on the ground and getting back up and turning and stuff. And so my toe is not pleased with me. And today is yelling.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm pretty okay. Sleepy. How your body?
My body's satisfied because I had sex today.
I'm about to say, what kind of sex?
So just the good partner and partner kind.
So what you're saying is you came before you came,
Yeah.
and now
I did.
that's a good way to approach the podcast.
And it was great. My knee does bother me because I used to be a wrestler, and I turned 30 this year, so that 30 shit is real. Let me just tell y'all out there, if you are 25, slap yourself right now and be happy about that shit, because turning 30 is fucking real. Okay, let me just say that.
His knee.
So my knee hurts
My toe.
a lot, but other than that, it's all good. I'm training to do a lot of festivals in October, so it's really nice.
Hey.
We got like 4.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I didn't know there were that many festivals, but there are, because we're performing for them.
So get your knee ready.
Well, hey. Yeah. So other than that, yeah, my body's pretty satisfied.
Nice. What about your spirit?
Oh, my spirit is full. this has been a very, I want to say, beautiful year for me. It's been a year of learning a lot about myself and my capabilities, because there are limitations, right? I just had to find out what I was capable of. And I did a lot of that this year. 2022, man. I turned 30 and I jumped out of a fucking plane. And the same day I jumped out of a plane, I went and performed at Tulane Crawfish Festival. So it literally was like an interesting day because my body was on autopilot. Like, you know, you're performers, you understand when you are not there mentally, but your body's doing the things that it's good at. You know what I'm saying? I was not there. After I jumped out of that plane, I feel like I just came back into my physical self maybe a week ago. Wow. And this happened to me in April. That's how amazing that experience was. Wow. Like, it was breathtaking. I think everyone should do it.
It was in the plans one time, and they canceled on me. Oh. Because of bad wind.
Yeah. If you get a chance, I'm just telling you. Because did y'all see that Redman is a licensed skydiver now?
Nah.
Yes.
I ain't know that.
Redman is a licensed skydiver now. So I'm just saying, we can do it, bruh. Go jump out of a plane. It's amazing. You literally get to see what birds get to experience all the time. Nice. And I tell you, no lie, birds have the good life.
Trust me.
Because they get to fly above it. Yeah, you like that? You like that?
I love you.
All right, I'm done.
How's your spirit?
My spirit is full as well. Kind of like what Raheem said, I've been learning a lot about what I'm capable of. And I realize a lot about my power and what it's able to do and how it's able to shift the room and how it's able to shift the person's energy in general.
Yes, indeed.
I often, I guess, underestimated myself. And it's cool to kind of see that. And, like, I used to feel guilty for having power.
Wow.
But I don't use my power for nothing, like, malicious or anything, so I shouldn't feel that guilt. So, yeah.
That's wow. You said a lot in a short time. Oh, I used to feel guilty for my power. Wow. Shit.
My spirit is good. I mean, I spent last week rebuilding altars and tending to altars in movement. And like spending time with the ancestors on stage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which is always an experience.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So Laveau and I got to spend time with our grandmothers on stage and share that with people, which was wild.
Yeah, I cried.
Yeah, I cried too.
Because you could feel it.
I cried with no tears, which was weird because we know I'm the tears queen. So, but yeah. Yeah, I did a reading this week. This week has good vibes, no matter what seems to be on the physical plane. So I'm excited in my spirit.
I love that.
Awesome.
My heart is full. We're moving on to heart.
Oh.
How's your heart? Mine is full. It's a little mushy. I looked at my calendar and scheduled out a date day/night with Bae.
Oh, I love that.
So, just so we get this straight, when you ask me out on a date, you plan a date too?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice, isn't it?
Which, if you've been watching the podcast, you know why that brings me joy. Great. Oh, I mean, yeah, we got to finish the check-in. Yes. How's your heart?
My heart is loved.
Noise.
I wake up to my beautiful fiance every day.
Say that again.
My beautiful fiance every day. Hi, Bree. And I wake up to my beautiful daughters, which my youngest, Robin, made 3 yesterday.
Hey.
Virgo.
My little Virgo. And she's being more and more of a Virgo as time goes on. And you understand what I'm saying, John. But yeah, so I have a lot of love in my heart, and a lot of love and joy, which I haven't had in a while, and it feels very refreshing to know that it's there and real.
Nice.
My heart is full.
Good.
I'm just loving life right now, and that's all I can say.
So as we go into a quick breath break, I want us to think about how's our mind, because that's the last piece of our check-in. How's your mind? Pop it into the chat or pop it in with yourself, and we will be right back. This is the Dom Experience Podcast presented by R.A.R.E Media. We'll see you in a second.
Welcome back.
Back to the Dom Experience Podcast, presented by R.A.R.E Media.
I'm Dominus.
In honor of Central September, I'm Mixon. Who you be?
Oh, you know me. I'm the great Glaspie.
Hey,
Raheem Glaspie.
Rhymes on deck.
The Raheem Glaspie.
You know, that type of stuff.
He jumped off a plane. He went to Tulane. Afterwards, you've been throwing in the rhymes.
Yes, jumped out of a plane, went to Tulane. That's nice.
But our esteemed guest today.
Tell us who you are.
Exactly.
So
for the people who don't know.
Yes, I'm Raheem Glaspie, international superstar, lead singer of the band Waterseed. We're actually dropping an album called Safe Space.
Okay.
In November. It's it's projected to be in November. And it's our live album where we just had like maybe 20 or so people come to the studio with us and enjoy our music together.
Nice.
It was really nice. I'm a bisexual black man, which is a mouthful. Double entendre. But yeah, double entendre. But yeah, I mean, what else would you like to know about me? I'm a Taurus. With a Capricorn moon and a Virgo rising.
Virgo.
Yeah, my Mercury and my Venus, the way I communicate in love, are both in Aries.
Okay.
So
shout out to the Aries out there.
Yeah. So my love is impulsive and loud. No disrespect to you, Aries.
That's important to know about yourself.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
That's very important to know about yourself. There was a question that was escaping me from things we said earlier about our heart space and our mind space and our spirit space. But you got a burning one.
Not a burning one yet. We're going to get into the kinky shit in a little bit. I ain't want to hop right into it.
Right.
Okay.
So, we can flow on to something.
I was thinking about my question.
Oh, you looking at me.
I was going to let you go while I figured out my question.
See, I wasn't ready for nothing because you had your question. You know what I'm saying?
I can't think of it right now, but I'll think about it during the break.
It's your territory.
My territory.
Shit.
So.
Yes.
Ooh, you know what I'm interested about?
I'm interested.
Because you seem to be more well versed in astrology.
I am.
Astrology of the X as well. I'm a 13-year-old today. How does what you know about yourself astrologically fit into your sexual journey and your sensual journey?
That's an interesting question. So, first and foremost, I would like to say that once I got into it hard.
You see?
I'm so sorry.
Got into it hard, huh?
Anyway, once I got into it hard, I wanted to experience all of the zodiacs.
Sexually.
Because,
Sun signs?
Yes. Because I didn't want to dive in too far with the Venus at the time when I first started to be interested. And I succeeded in my journey of having sexual relations with all of the zodiacs, all 12 of them. So you only meet 12 people in this lifetime. And truly, there's only 12 of us, right? Because whether you want to admit it or not, you have some of those traits from your zodiac sign. You just do. It's not even, you just do. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a star, and that's the stars. Okay, cool. Well, great. So wait, what's yours?
No, you go ahead. I'm gonna let you fully get this thought out before I even form the rest of my question.
Yeah. My last stop really was Libra, who happens to be my fiance.
My last stop.
Last stop on the tour.
Because I had experienced the Libra before, for real. So that's that. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So that eliminates the question I had, because I was gonna ask, since you've been traveling the stars, which astrological space you find yourself at home.
What's crazy is, right? As a Taurus, I find myself drawn to Leos, right? And I can probably say that it's because we're both fixed signs, so we have certain things in common, but that fire and that earth don't mix. The sex is always amazing, but the other aspects of the relationship is always in question.
So does those other aspects affect your sex?
No. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Like I said, the sex is always amazing. And what's crazy is,
I mean, in general.
Oh, in general?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because if I'm not attracted to your mind, or if I'm not attracted to the way you think, I won't necessarily be attracted to you.
So would you say there are certain signs or stars that you've experienced that you couldn't really establish that mental connection with?
Absolutely. And it felt for me, the one who was crazy enough was my own sign. That the mental just wasn't there for us. Like, and that's the crazy part. I just assumed.
Just bulls.
Yeah.
Just bulls.
I just assumed that since we were under the same stars, you know what I'm saying? Then that's when you have to literally really look at those big three. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to go a little deeper. But yeah, my own sign was the one that I had the most difficulty, like, mentally connecting with.
Go ahead.
This is my last one. This is just a curiosity thing.
Yes.
Since you've been traveling the stars,
Yes.
have you ever landed on your birthday?
I have never landed on my birthday. No, I've come really close. My birthday's the 23rd, and I had somebody who was born on the 29th.
Gotcha.
So I've come really close, but not on my birthday. That'd be cool, though.
I did once, and it started a riot.
You with someone on your same birthday?
Yes, and it started a fucking riot.
Oh my God. I think that would be too much.
Many people did not like that happened.
Lord.
But we'll talk about that later.
Okay, we will.
That woman told me something. Anyway. And this could be attached to stars or just in general. Like, what have you learned about yourself as a lover in your journey? And we can, I guess we could turn this inward as well. What have we learned about ourselves as a lover?
Oh, I'll think about that too.
Interesting. Wow. I learned. Okay, I said I learned a lot this year, right? Mm-hmm. I learned that I am a pleaser, and I will try to do whatever it is that you like to please you, because that literally gets me off. Like, so I'm more of, what do you like? You know, because I can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's more about, like, you in the situation, my partner at the time. You know what I'm saying? What is it that you like, so I could do that and see if it's working if I do it? You know what I'm saying? Mm. And that type of stuff makes me like, oh, that's nice, because I'm making you feel this way. You know? Nice. That's what I've learned about myself. I mean, because, I enjoy pleasure, of course. I enjoy receiving pleasure, but giving it is a whole another thing. Yeah. It's a whole other thing. And if you're really, like, giving that person what they are asking for, man. Good times.
Right.
Good times. Yeah.
You want me to go? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I learned, like, very early on, once I, like, found myself attracted to, like, women and stuff, that I was a pleaser. Like, the moment, like, a person smiled because of something I did, it sent my mind into, like, ooh, what else can I do to make you smile? What else can I do to make you smile? Like, I got addicted to that early on, and I think early on that made me, like, more of a people pleaser in general. And so I found myself over loving people and loving people to the point where I really neglected myself. So I knew that about myself early on, but didn't change it, because I've always felt like no matter what, I'm supposed to just give my love away, right? So I always find myself willing to give my love away, right? But as I've grown and loved people, and they say I've learned that I don't blame anyone I love for my hurt. I learned that I love truly unconditionally, and so everybody I've ever loved, I still love. I just understand that love doesn't mean I have to be in relationship with. I don't have to be sexual. I don't even have to contact you to be unconditionally in love with you. If something happens, I'm there for you in the capacity that I'm able to be, because of that love I've been in. I've grown boundaries. Yeah. So I've learned to love myself better through loving others. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh wow. That was, yeah.
So yeah, I love people how I should love myself, and vice versa. I've learned that I hate to see someone I love upset at me. because I feel like I'm never doing something to upset the person I love. I just be fucking up because I'm scared of hurting them at the same time. So I end up hurting them at the same time. So I learned that I love sometimes in fear. And that's something I've been working on for myself.
Thank you for sharing, man. Wow, that was very moving. I learned something about myself listening to you talk just now. Okay.
Yeah, your turn.
I know. I waited for me to be last because I'm still forming thoughts, and so I'm just gonna think them aloud.
Okay.
I'm also have historically been a like pleaser in love. I like to give love, and like part of being in this relationship allows me to like give love freely in a variety of ways. But like in this year, and probably before this year too, I've learned that like being a pleaser as a lover has also served as protection and a wall from loving myself and being loved on. So like if I am loving you how you want to be loved, or pleasing you how you want to be pleased, or like giving you gifts, then I don't have to take the time to think about how I want to be loved and how to like love on myself as well. And so as a healer, a lot of what I do with other folks is stuff that I've learned to do for myself out of necessity. And sometimes my healer conundrum is that I'm giving love to others that I also need to be in practice of giving to myself. And if I'm spending time pleasing someone else, then they don't ever have to ask me like what I want to be pleased, which means I don't have to think about it. So I've been spending a lot of this year thinking about like, well, what are my wants, needs, and desires as a lover of myself and like with lovers to me, if that makes sense. And learning how much of that also protects me from having to be vulnerable in pleasure, right? If I'm spending so much time pleasing others, then like I don't have to think of like, and it pleases me, it makes me happy, it brings me joy, right? Then like I don't have to think about like what would be deeper or could be deeper pleasure, like what are those possibilities? So like starting to form those big dreams for my sex that I've had for my career or for my healing life or for my relationship or for my money. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're going to break on that one.
Yeah, we got to. So on that note, what are you learning about yourself as a lover?
Yeah.
In this year of our Dear Universe 2022.
And if y'all got any questions for Raheem, and if y'all are all of us as a whole, please shoot them to us.
Pop them in the chat. We're seeing them.
We about to get into some of this sex shit.
Oh.
This is the Dom Experience Podcast presented by R.A.R.E Media. We'll be right back.
Searching for a paradise. I see you looking. The way you look, I know you fly for free. 'Cause I got time in Moonlight, spotlight, first flight. Let's turn to the dawn. Moonlight, spotlight, first flight. Let's turn to the dawn.
Welcome back to the Dom Experience podcast presented by R.A.R.E Media in this month of Central September. I am Cinnamon Vixen.
And I'm John LeCarbier, Dominus, or whatever you want to call me.
Your voice gets lower and deeper.
It's amazing.
Right? And that's Raheem Gillespie,
Yes, the great
international.
Gillespie. Yes.
Jumped out of plane, then went to Two Lanes Festival.
So, I'm going to just jump right into it.
I was going to ask the question that popped up in the comments.
Oh, yeah. All right. Go ahead. My bad.
Which, like, I think we can think about this with your tour of the stars, too.
Okay.
You consider yourself monogamous now, by the way?
I am non-monogamous now.
Okay.
But you currently have one partner.
I currently have one partner, yes.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Also, feel free to pass any question that you feel uncomfortable with.
Okay.
We didn't do our normal consent check,
Yeah,
y'all.
this is the moment now because we ain't really about to get into
Right.
this business. So
Exactly.
this is where consent comes
Consent
in.
is always mandatory. We like to use a stoplight system. So, like, green is like, yes, keep going. Harder, faster. We love it. Yellow is like, whoa there.
But, you know,
Let's
this
stop.
Raheem,
Let's
so
take a quick
I think he's giving us
bathroom break.
blanket consent.
And
I
then
literally give you guys consent.
red is full stop. But, like, the reason that we didn't do the on-air consent check is because we spend time talking everywhere we are.
This is literally like
We would normally
we
just
be
be
in the
doing this at
pool
the house.
naked or something.
Didn't y'all do like a podcast episode?
Yeah, we used to have a podcast.
Yes.
Who
I was
cut
just-
and how to.
Yeah. Exactly.
It never made it to the airwaves,
No,
but
it
you know,
didn't.
we recorded a lot of
We
episodes.
did. We recorded a lot of footage. I
That's a
don't know.
nice light.
I really think the pandemic happened, and that's what
Yeah.
happened. to
Yeah,
us.
that's what really happened. But we was about to take off. with
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
Oh well. Anyway,
that. Life has shifted us in a lot of different places.
I know, right?
But
It's
still
really
we
together
still here.
again. Okay, so we had a question during the break that
Okay.
popped up, and it was, do you give all of your partners the same level of sex?
absolutely not.
I was going to say I'll go first, but what do you mean?
I'm sorry. Oh, I jumped straight in.
Go in.
Wow. Absolutely not, because it's interesting, right? I'm just telling all my business. Anyway, whatever. No, some people, I'm going to keep it plain and simple. Some people get the one trick pony, and some people get my full shebang. But it depends on, like, I want to say, because a lot of times sexual tension is better than the sex itself. So when that happens and I'm in one of those type of situations, I'm most likely going to give you the one trick pony, or we're probably not even going to proceed if the chemistry started to be off after it was real. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
And
like,
by real, we mean like penetration and what most people consider sex, or
no, I mean
What?
literally whatever it is you consider sex. Because
but like the physical aspect of
The
it.
physical
Once we
aspect of it.
touch in some
Once
type
we-
of way,
right.
If the vibes ain't vibing like it was,
it's right
before the touch,
right.
then.
You know, because especially say I'm just as a hypothetical scenario, of course. But say you meet someone off of line and the person you were texting, in a way you created who that is in your mind.
Right.
That's not 9 times out of 10 who you're going to meet because of the expectation that you have created in your mind. That's why a lot of times the sexual tension of it all is better than the actual act because of the expectations we put on things. And I know for me, especially the expectation that I put on most things when it comes to sharing that kind of sacred energy. It has the energy, the chemistry has to be top tier. It just does. Because if it doesn't match the sexual tension, I don't really want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Does it have to match that sexual tension immediately, or is there? You think it could? Is it like, oh, even though it's not matching the level of the tension that we were generating before the touch, there's a spark there. You'll give it the opportunity.
There still
to
has to be something. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I have high expectations. So when I go into any situation, I try to take those down because I'm like, this is what I'm making up in my mind. So don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Then go in there and see what it actually is. And oh man, there's been a lot of situations where it was really nothing, and I had created everything in my mind.
I'll go next, I guess. And do I give all my partners the same level of sex? No. And I correlate it to my like non-monogamy in that, like, I think like John is my primary partner. He is also my nesting partner. And nesting being like, we live together, we share finances, we have a house, we nesting, right? And often people think that means some type of hierarchy, and that he's number one, especially when they hear like primary, which is like, I mean, we spend the most time together, so he is my primary partner. But that doesn't mean that I love any of my other partners or relational spaces any less. And I love all of my partners in different ways, right? Like, I have romantic friendships. I have platonic friendships. I have lovers who I don't talk to for months and who I haven't seen in person, right? But who, like, there's been sexual energy explained. I have exchanged. I have partners that I'm with physically who I'm not sexual with. Like, I have, like, different comments in different type of relational spaces, and I love all of them. But because we're different people in different relationships, I don't even want to call it levels. There's just everything is different because those are different people, right?
Yeah. I'm a try to, I guess, metaphorically explain where I'm at with it. If I think about myself, I will always consider myself to be the sun. If I'm generating this love and that I'm bursting out and giving away, I'm the sun in this situation. So, and in that, I'm not saying though everybody else is revolving around me. That's not the metaphor there, but the idea is the sun has a different relationship with every planet and moon and other solar planetary system that's orbs around it, right? So the sun to Mercury is totally, I would say that might be the best relationship because they're that close to each other, right?
Right.
But they say the sun with Earth is just right for a lot of stuff to happen, right? And
for all his life.
For all his life to flourish and all of these things. And so when I think about that, like the sun, the sun of Mercury might have started with my mom because that's where I learned how to love and not be sexually in love. But that's where that's literally where my connection started. Like, I love because I am loved.
Right.
And so I want to give that away to somebody else I care about. So if I think about that, the relationship I have with my mom, the way I love my mom is not the way I'm about to love somebody I'm having sex with, right? So when I think about when I'm having sex with somebody, I literally develop a relationship with this person. So there's no way possible I can give them the same sex because they like sex different from the way this person likes sex. They like Like it's just totally different energy. Like
Right.
one person might be spontaneous sexually, the other person might, we got to set a date or schedule it. Like it's just different moods, different energies, different people, but at the same time, it's all love, and that sex is good and different. And I would even argue, like, even on a casual sense, I don't necessarily know you enough to be in love with you sexually, right? But when I had sex with you, I was moving with love. So even in that moment, in that casual moment, you're not about to get all of me because I don't have that full connection. But I've developed a certain type of connection enough to get aroused
Right.
and want to have sex with you. But I would argue, and just be a nigga right quick, I'm a grower, so I might be harder for somebody that I'm fully in love with versus, and like be larger in size for somebody I'm fully in love with versus somebody,
That you're giving love.
I'm just giving love too. So, you might not get all of what I have.
Yeah. And
But that's not to say that you don't meet a certain level or criteria. It's just we have a different type of relationship, and unless that the relationship grows, that's the type of sex you get is based on what we establish.
yeah. And I think for me too, and it extends in that too, in that like my non-monogamy is not tied to like traditional relationships. So I'm non-monogamous or polyamorous in the sense of I'm rejecting relationship labels at this point in time, because they just cause too much tension. Like saying I have a romantic friendship versus I have a insert name here and like this is what she means to me. Right. Like I tried that with a lover friend who like we wouldn't even call each other lover friends. We don't know what to call it. We just are. Right. And there's the fact that I'm a sexuality professional. Right. So I spend a lot of time in exchanging sexual energy with people.
Yeah.
Either on stage, either like in conscious erotic touch work, in like dom work, in like all of those are relationships that I'm building. If we're doing healing in the way that I would like to do healing, which is consistent relationship building and working with somebody on their sexual journey, on their sensual journey, on their whatever, then there's a relationship and a certain level of trust that's being built there, such that though it is a working relationship, it is a relationship that is happening, right?
Yeah,
and so while not a traditional partner, there's still sexual energy being exchanged in those spaces too.
Yeah.
And with all that being said, we've talked about what I've learned about myself as a lover. There are very few people that I am comfortable being fully vulnerable with. And so those people get a different experience from me.
Absolutely.
Like the experience that John has of me in sex
The experience.
and the totality of what that includes, right?
If only we can release the tapes. Telling you,
Don't really.
$10,000 a month.
See, you had these people thinking of stuff.
I'm trying to get like
But like,
50,000 a
it's a
month.
full spectrum
nice.
experience, right? Like there's the stuff that there's nice videos for. There's the stuff that people think happens in our bedroom. There's the stuff that people would never expect to happen in our bedroom. There's the tantric stuff. There's the ADHD sex brain. There's the like all types of other stuff.
I love that.
Right? That people don't get to experience, which I'm working on, the awkward levels of the ungraceful moves like water moments of sex for me.
Oh, when
right?
y'all bust out laughing together?
That happens. But there's some awkward
'Cause
shit.
me and Bree definitely just
Right.
all the time. We have some footage of us definitely clouded.
And to be like,
what is happening here? Are we?
Right.
Oh, we are? Cool. Good
Yeah.
times. Good times.
so in that way it's like there are levels to this shit.
Yeah,
And
there are.
also like those levels don't have hierarchies.
Right.
And I think that's what's most important for me to say or drive home in my point.
I love that.
So in the kink world,
Ready to talk about kinky shit?
Oh, okay. Here we go.
where do you find yourself falling when you see yourself dom?
Can I go topic by topic? Can I go badisms?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So We're going to go down the acronym.
Okay.
Badusm, and then add some other stuff. I don't know why I love saying Badusm so much, but I love saying Badusm.
It sounds really nasty.
It does. It does. It sounds really silly too.
Sounds really nasty.
Okay. So on the bondage side of things, right? Do you like being restrained? Do you like restraining others? Do you like both? Where do you fall on this spectrum?
So I do not like being restrained. I have been restrained before, and I don't like being blindfolded either, because of what arouses me is sight, visual. I have to, so I do it with the lights on. You know what I'm saying, or some type of light coming from somewhere so that I can see what's happening. So taking anything like that, and then what excites me is to be able to touch once I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So having that taken away from me, I was in a situation where it was a interesting little. It was kind of orgy, yeah. And I was the guy tied up on a table, but my penis wouldn't work, and I thought it was because of like it just being a lot of energy, right? But once I was untied, you know, rock solid. Chop through cocaine with that motherfucker. So, you know, I'm just saying. So it was really the rope, you know, just being tied down. It was the problem. And I didn't know that at first until I got with my partner now. And she was like, you just don't like it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's probably what it is. She's like, yeah, just say that.
She tuned in too right now.
Yeah, oh, hey. You know, she was like, you just don't like the shit. So, yeah, like,
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's okay.
And as far as for tying people up myself, if that's what you're into and you want me, like I said, I'm a pleaser. So if that's what you're into and you want to do that, absolutely, I would do it. I've learned stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I know a few tricks, but that has to be on your end. It's not going to be something that I would like suggest.
So the desire doesn't spring from your gut to like hold somebody against a wall.
Oh, absolutely. But
because that's a form of restraint too.
Well,
there's levels. Like you could tie somebody with paper handcuffs.
Well, if you're saying it like that,
it's
then
a spectrum.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I love like picking my partner up. I love that type of stuff because I love being short and the fact that I'm underestimated a lot. And
I'm gonna say you were wrestler. That's where the question was. You were a wrestler.
I was a wrestler. It was very erotic.
And how?
It was very erotic.
I'm so excited I found this thought again.
Yeah.
Does your experience in the wrestling realm feed into your sexual skills and knowledge?
Absolutely.
With your partner?
Absolutely.
And how?
Absolutely. The way I literally manipulate the body. Because as a wrestler, you're literally taught how to manipulate the body and the weight of the body. So I literally, like, I had a partner who was, I want to say she was like 200 and something, some more pounds. And she was like, boy, you can't pick me up, you know, blah, 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 blah. You know, doing the whole, you know, and looking me up and down. And she, you know, she was bigger, you know, and taller than I was. So she was just, you know, looking down at me. Hey, you can't pick me up. I said, come here. Whoop. She was like, oh, yeah, no, you know. So, yes, absolutely, it ties in. Absolutely, yes.
You ever body slam somebody onto the bed?
Absolutely.
I'm about to say, that seems like the base
Hey, that
level.
standing up 69 ain't nothing but a tombstone. Come on.
Oh man, I ain't do that in a long
I'm
time.
gonna need a Raheem.
I ain't do that in a long time.
I'm gonna need.
so great.
I'm gonna need a Raheem Glassby wrestling moves to sex positions reel.
I guarantee
With
there
some
are so many.
infographics.
Oh my God, there's so many.
I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need that series.
Bree, y'all gotta make the video.
I apologize in advance.
Keep your clothes on. It's wrestling moves, but we know what they really are.
I'm just saying. Like,
I would love to have a guest spot of
stuff.
Rose on the
Just
body.
try it. You want to tombstone somebody, get your partner and go, wow, it's literally the same thing.
This might be a class.
This
might be a class for the actual
face and ass.
for the actual
what I'm
sensual
saying?
healing retreat.
Like, am I saying something that don't make no sense? I'm telling you.
Bree says she's down.
Look.
So what I'm hearing is the Dom Experience Sensual Healing Retreat / Conference of 2023 is going to have Crystals and Pistols in it. It's going to have the Energy Breathgasm. It's going to have the Dom Experience in it. It's going to have the Experience Show happen. It's going to have the Wrestling Moves Sex Position class in it. Bree said he really does shock me every time he flips me upside down.
I told you.
And on that note, we gonna solidify these segments while we take a quick breath. We will be right back. It is the Dom Experience podcast presented by R.A.R.E Media. See you in a second.
Got a feeling you're the one. I finally found out what I've been looking for. The morning daylight surrounding me. You wrap me so tight, I live the air you breathe. I'ma be locked down with you for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. I'ma be locked down with you for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life.
Appeal the verdict. I'll take a stand. Swear me in first. Your wish is my demand. Release the jury. You can sentence me. Lock me down tight. I need no sympathy.
I'll be locked down with you for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. I'ma be locked down with you for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. I'ma be locked down with you for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. I'ma be locked down with you for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life.
Who plays the victim tonight? Is it you? Is it me now? I'll play the victim tonight. I'll do the time just as long as you're right here with me. Locked down with you. Locked down with my life. Locked down with you.
Welcome back to the Dom Experience podcast presented by R.A.R.E Media.
Oh, nah.
I'm Cinnamon Vixen. We got Dominus. We got Raheem Glassby.
Raheem Glassby.
It is Central September. He be hopping off of planes, flying out the plane, landing at Tulane's Crawfish Festival.
Yes.
Yeah, look, I remember.
Look at
Okay.
you. I'm proud.
Every time we come back from a break, the lights are dimmer and dimmer. I feel like
Setting the tone.
we setting some mood. Set the mood
Like my voice, it
right.
gets lower and lower.
And we all have on black.
Yeah, it is the black, all black.
Like everybody in the room have on black. I just want
I've been
to
one.
make that clear.
Really though.
Is that
That's
blue?
blue.
Is that
Dabba
blue?
dee dabba die.
It's my boy. You my boy, Blue.
Oh, well,
But we
it
were
looks
close.
black.
Everybody at the table is all black.
Yes.
I was about to go into a whole spiel about sensual lights dropping down and how I'm still trying to get to Usher's residency for anybody who wants to
Oh my
support that.
God! Yes.
It's gonna be
Plug,
so
plug.
good. I look.
Anyway.
Okay, so we did the buh. We're doing the dissums. So the next D, bondage, discipline. How does discipline fit into your sensual and sexual explorations?
Me and Bree do not come without each other.
Explain.
Your face.
We do not come without each other. I edge because I still like the pleasure of playing with, myself, but to go all the way without her, I cannot.
Okay.
And neither can she. So that's our discipline.
I love it.
Hey.
I love it. What's the next one?
Oh,
S?
no, DS, Dom,
Oh,
dominance
dominance.
and submission.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you fall on the spectrum of dominance and submission?
I would believe that I'm a switch because I like to dominate, whatever that may look like for the time. And then if you want to do me some things, I'm down.
Now, if they want to do you some things, you're down. Is that from purely the bottoming side of things, as in like receiving the acts, or does that need to have some power play at play, i.e. submission?
That's interesting.
Because there's a difference between dom and top and submissive and bottom. I could be receiving and still be the dom in the moment because of the power play.
Yeah, no, I want to be the submissive. If I'm doing the bottom thing, I would like to submit and like fully be in that.
Yeah.
I don't need to have the power in that moment. You know what I mean? Like I said, the reason why I even tried getting tied up was for one of my partners. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what she was into. So I tried it for her. You know what I'm saying? But then I graduated and got my penis shocked with the violet wand at the highest voltage. It's a really good time. It was a really good time. It's a really good time.
Okay, live,
Listen, I wasn't expecting to like it as much because I didn't realize how much I enjoyed pain until recently. I enjoy being bitten. Like, bite me, leave a mark. That's like great. Do that. You know what I mean? And then when the shocking thing happened, it started with my arm and my leg, and I was like, okay, I wonder. And I said the I wonder out loud, and the person indulged my I wonder, and I was rock solid. Wow, it was crazy. I want to do it again.
Now
I want to do it again, Bree.
You heard.
Yes.
We're jumping straight into the S, the sadism and masochism. What kind of pain do you like? Stinging pain. We know you like biting pain, which is like a pretty good mix of sting and thud. Like it's pressure filled, right?
So I enjoy when you flog me. I enjoy that a lot. I've had a man flog me. I didn't really enjoy that. I think the power in it was off for me. And I was like, nah, you can't do that to me. But having a beautiful woman whoop your ass It's like, whoa, okay, this is actually really nice, you know.
The mix of the power and
she's
playing.
taking care of you at the same time,
Right.
So it's really like it's really an interesting. Like I said, power play. It's really interesting. So like I said, I enjoy when you flog me. I enjoy being bitten. I do like a good sting. So that's why I enjoyed the electricity, because it was the pops of it all. I literally could my hair is standing up talking about it. The hair on my body was like alive when that was happening to me.
Yeah.
Or say you drag your nails just across my back or something.
So sensation is also.
Oh my God! Yes, yeah. That's good shit. It's just good shit.
Yeah, for real.
Do you like inflicting pain? Does that bring you pleasure?
If they like that,
Yeah.
it won't be an initial. That's not true. I do enjoy choking,
There you go.
especially when I'm into it.
Yeah.
It's definitely like. Of course, I ask for consent to do that, and I ask for how far. And a certain partner of mine likes me to go really far. It scares me. Scares me.
Knock me out. Knock me out. Talk me out.
Choke me, like really. Ooh, I'll be like, okay. You know, you sure? Okay, you can still breathe, right? Okay, good. Don't have to call you people. So.
Real?
Yeah, you know.
So what happened was.
Yeah.
We'll add a safe breath play class to the festival.
Yes, add a safe breath play.
Ooh, and we gonna bring Fire Marshal down for the heated safe. Look.
So yeah, that's
2023, y'all.
But only if you like truly. If you like to be flogged, I'll do that. If you like hot wax, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? But it won't be something that, like I said, I initiate. Choking, maybe. I probably will ask you to choke you. I probably will ask you to bite you, because I like to bite myself as well. I consider myself a vampire.
Nice.
Like to leave little marks like that.
Do you like to draw blood?
Interesting. So I have drawn blood before, but again, it was because she asked me to. It wasn't what I was trying to do. I would leave my passion mark and call it a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Although people's like, that's really cheesy.
I love leaving passion marks and having them left on me.
They're so beautiful.
The feeling
Especially
of
if
it
you
is
can
great.
get a good one on the inner thigh. You're a fucking master. Like in real life, that's all I'm saying. You're a master. You can get one on the inner thigh, like you are a vampire.
I want an under titty passion mark.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I had one on my face.
I'll work on
like in high school. I had one on my face.
I used to always get them on my neck, and I know how to get rid of them because of it.
Yeah. I didn't know how to get rid of it, so I walked around looking like somebody smacked the shit out of me
You
for
gotta
about
take
a week.
thing and like let it suction
Oh.
and do the turn to break up the blood vessels. That kind of. Yep.
Oh.
Some people
now I
like
know.
to scrape a spoon against it too, but like get a lipstick or a lip gloss or like a pen and just like let that.
Oh, nice.
Lessons.
Yeah. Lessons. Look at that. You're learning something, ain't you?
But I'm grown now. I don't need all that.
Yeah,
You gonna
she
see
said I'm
this
grown,
mark.
man.
Right. I mean, hey, if it's passion and it's a mark, hey, leave it where it is. All right.
Under titty.
Oh my God. I be cracking myself up.
Under titty
man.
passion
If you
mark.
see a picture of an under titty passion mark, you know why. I like the underside of my tits. Anyway, we've gone through the Buddhism. Wait,
Nope,
have we
got
done
the
it?
M.
Masochism.
You consider yourself
Like for
masochistic?
receiving pain. We
Yeah,
talked.
yeah,
we just had a whole.
Yeah, that was all of them.
Yeah, dominance and submission, sadism, masochism, Buddhism. Okay, cool. We Buddhism.
Yeah. I love that.
Okay, you had a question for us.
Yes, I did. I would
you wrote
like
it down,
to
too.
know, what is it like being traveling performer partners? What's that like?
You can speak your experience because I've been asked this before, so I want to hear what you got to say.
Because as a performer who also is dating a performer. You know, we've only performed together like sometimes because our fields are not the same. She's a dancer, I'm a singer. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as often as you guys. So I just would like to know what is that like? What is that like? Because first of all, if you have not experienced the experience, you're asleep as hell. Let me just say that. You are asleep as hell. It's one of the best, and I know it's a cliche to be like the best experiences, but it truly fucking is. It lives up to its name. Like, it's one of the best things I've been to. So if you haven't experienced it, shame on you. But shame on you. Shame on you.
November 18th.
November 19th.
November 19th.
So November 19th.
You
We switched it to the 18th.
Oh, November 18th. You need to be in the building. You need to experience this.
Listen to her.
Don't listen to me.
So, yes.
I mean, I guess there's the fact that we travel together, and then there's the times where we travel separate too, I guess. But like,
For me,
yeah.
It's like I always I have a snail tattooed on me. I always consider it like it's easeful. So it's like really taking home wherever you go.
Wow.
Honestly, cause like for the most part, we can sleep if the show is at, let's say if it's in Jamaica, and we know we're doing a certain thing. We already have it set in our head what we're doing, so that means we can literally go to sleep and wake up moments before it's time to do whatever and just get it done because we have that chemistry working together all the time. And like what we practice on stage is not staged. So we already have the chemistry and the energy, and we're really giving people our raw emotions, and so they feel that. And so being able to take home wherever we go, for me, is just the best ride ever. Just having someone who's also into this kink world, and we're able to take this kink world and put that on stage and show people what we love, honestly, because this started from a hotel room event. Like, I had her tied up. I invited a bunch of people to the room, and we did a scene. And had them watch, and that went from that to a whole stage show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so just being able to take what we love and share that love with a whole bunch of people across the world, is for me freeing.
Oh, there it is.
Just another form of freedom, should I say? Because I've experienced freedom in so many ways.
Yes.
And I think like traveling as a couple anywhere, like going on vacation, doing things like that, is normally where folks might find tension or find like out if their relationship is going to withstand the test of time. Like, if you can go through these number of things as a couple. We've been through a lot of shit as a couple at this point in time. Like crazy storms, crazy evacuations, road trip across the country, all of that type of stuff. And like there's like pandemics, all of the grief, loss, all of that stuff together. And our relationship has withstood all of those things, right? And so like as traveling performers, we just spent the month like a little while ago traveling to like LA and then getting on the flight from hell to DC and then traveling back and then driving back. Like we spent 3 weeks driving around the country. And he performed for that, but
you
like
performed with me.
I did.
Anytime that's the other part about traveling, that's what I want to talk about. It's like when I get booked somewhere, even if she's not booked, the fact that we've worked and performed together, I get to put her on stage in front of whoever booked me because I always call her.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how anybody who was in the not very small chunk of the dance world that I was in found out who I was, like by name, because when we started dating, I was just John's girlfriend or whatever, and then he was like, nah, they don't know you like I know you. You got to get on stage when I'm doing these poems, because you're not just John's girlfriend, like you are like now Cinnamon, all of these like amazing things, and they need to see that dance. And so we often just pull each other into our performances. We often are at each other's performances as a shadow already. So to take that on the road is easy. It's pretty much just like taking home with us, because we're just doing what we do and love naturally,
That's
like
lovely.
with each other.
That's absolutely lovely.
And none of our agreements are any different when we're on the road either. Like, we have enough communication at home and navigating around these streets to know what we do and who we are when we're not in them.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you.
I got one more question for Raheem, and we can go into the church announcements.
Yes.
Was there anything sexually about yourself that surprised you about yourself? Like, it's like, I'm surprised I am into this.
No. No.
So you've always been like secure in your sexuality?
Oh, now that's a different question.
When we say sexuality, we mean like
Not
your sexual journey
your
as
sexual
well
journey.
as what
Not necessarily who you have
stereotypically
sex
is.
with, but just in like everything you chose to do sexually. Have you always been like, you know what? I'm surprised I like this. Like,
I was surprised at the things that I was more surprised at the things that I didn't like, if that makes sense.
okay,
Because I don't like to be watched at all. And I was surprised. It blew my mind when I like really realized that. Because I was like, you don't like to be watched? No. If you're not a part of my playtime, you cannot watch.
Get the fuck out.
I get what that. I get what that.
You
said.
cannot watch. Like, I don't like it. That shocked. Now, if you're talking about, that shocked the fuck out of me. I can't even lie.
That's something like voyeurism. Basically, you don't exhibitionism. Should I say? That's just something you're not into. Then.
No. I could watch you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I watch porn, so
Right.
I would just associate it as watching porn. But for me to act
And beyond.
and be on display like that, no
I'm
way.
the total opposite. I love that shit.
No way.
It's
He
just
is the
another
total
stage for
opposite,
me.
and I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
I do it because he wants it. And when I'm into it, when I'm in a vibe.
Yeah, no.
When I'm embracing my Leo
I
rising.
never find myself in the vibe to
So
just
let me ask you this then.
do some nasty stuff in front of people. Oh,
Let me ask you this then.
Let's go over here.
I'm gonna set a scene for you, and then we gonna go into the church announcement.
Okay.
All right, so boom, it's like Wednesday, June 15th. You're in Jamaica. You've been smoking hella weed. Had a great night. Everybody decides, we're gonna chill at the nude pool.
At an adult
At an
all-inclusive
adult
resort.
inclusive resort. You've had like tons of drinks, and the next thing you know, Bree just start giving you head. You're gonna be like, you know what, Bree? Let's go back to the room and finish this, or you just gonna let it happen because nobody really paying attention to you. You just in there. Sometimes they paying attention, but for the most part, they gonna
That
let you do
wasn't
your
what that
thing.
was too.
Oh,
Continue.
so boom, Bree start giving you head, and y'all, doing y'all thing. Nobody's really caring, but everybody's like in this like juicy erotic atmosphere doing their thing too.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
You saying that made me cringe a little.
What?
I don't like it.
That's interesting.
It made me go, whoa.
Second question. In
Like,
this,
we could
we could go somewhere. Does that space have to be completely enclosed, or like in this hypothetical scene, right? There's a playroom like off to the side. It has like a little archway in it, so the door doesn't close exactly, but y'all are the only people in there.
Yeah.
Then you're getting it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is cool. But like, say we're like just by the pool side or something, and it's just everybody right there. Absolutely not. I can't. I don't know why. But
You just don't want to.
Woo, no. My
Like you
brain-
said, you just don't like it. Like
Oh
you
my
said,
God,
you just
my
don't like
brain
it.
Says no.
You just don't like it.
No, we're
Mm,
not
to the
doing
fact
that.
that there's alcohol in this situation.
Oh, I ain't mean it like super, like all of your mind alcohol.
But just like enough to make you like, which is still, you know.
Yeah, no.
Raheem's like, no amount of alcohol is good.
It's not because I don't even like drink like that.
Right.
You know, I know my limits. So
yeah, that's what I meant.
I know.
I'm not gonna be out of my top like that. It's still gonna be a hard no for me.
I know what you meant. It's also still worth it to say for the people.
Well, I had to ask it purposely because I know we talked about hedonism. I just wanted to know what the vibes be like.
No.
Raheem's like, I'll be there watching and then I'll disappear.
I am a hedonist. You know what I'm saying? I love pleasure. I love all things pleasure related. You can watch me eat. You just can't watch me fuck. That's a lot. That's a lot.
So we know that when Raheem
lot.
ends up in hedonism with us, when he disappears, we just know.
We know, right? So
We know the vibes. The vibes.
Yeah.
Everything got juice in it. It's like, where's Raheem? Oh, we know.
Yeah, I went away to go do it.
We know where he is.
And he gonna be napping outside.
Probably.
And eating. He gonna be fucking up some
napping
food.
is fundamentals. Like, it really is. You have to nap.
Yep.
Wherever you see fit. I was napping at Mardi Gras this year. It was really sad. It was real.
I don't blame you at all.
In the chair like this, y'all. Old as looking
Like
old
Bernie.
as fuck. Sitting there like this, really sleep. It's pretty bad.
Well, it is time for church announcements. Anything that is upcoming that we need to let the people know about. And I guess I'll start. It is Sensual September. We are dropping into the body and finding pleasure and exploring pleasure in all its forms. And a majority of the events for Sensual September are all happening this week. It's a pleasure palooza.
Ooh,
you
I
know.
like that. Pleasure palooza.
And so the fun and festivities starts tomorrow. For those who are watching or listening who are not in New Orleans, you're in luck because it is the first virtual class that I have done in a while. You can take it from the comfort of your own home with as much or as little clothes as you want to. Just, keep your camera off if you're going to be naked while you dance, which is fine with me. But we are going to be doing sensual movement. So we're going to be exploring, dropping into our body, listening to our breath, finding ways to take up space, finding movement that feels good in our bodies, finding touch that feels good in our bodies, and exploring it together. That class is $15 and it is online.
15 what?
Doll hairs.
15 what?
Dollars.
All right.
Doll hairs. Anyway. And
you got to make sure they know it's $15.
It is $15. And
All hairs.
the link is in my bio and soon to return back to our bio on the Dom Experience page. It's also at sensualhealing.com. All of these things are at sensualhealing.com. But that is Thursday.
Sensualhealing.com.
Yes. I need a recording of that.
That was nice.
We just go cut that sound and put it at the end of every reel.
That sounded like a movie.
It did. Yeah. So that's Thursday. Friday, you're there to please yourself in whatever form sees fit. And Saturday, Friday, you got something?
I do. I am performing at Three Keys on Friday.
That's a very pleasure-filled place.
Yes, it is. I'm performing with Waterseed, and we're actually performing some new music because we have new stuff that's coming out. So we're gonna try out a new song for the first time on Friday.
Nice. So Thursday you can drop into your body and find some movement. You can explore that movement further with the people on Friday at Three Keys at Raheem's show.
I like that.
And then Saturday we have two classes that are happening.
I'm excited about.
The first is an energy breathgasm class. It has been my desire to lead a small group energy breathgasm workshop where you are finding orgasmic potential using breath. And so cycling breath throughout various energetic points to find a new type of orgasm. And that class is limited to only 5 people.
I had to sit back in my chair.
It's a very intimate experience. It's a very small group. I'm interested in like having what happens when a group builds orgasmic energy together. You've done an energy breathgasm with me before. How was that?
It was great. It was honestly, it taught me how to take that energy and use it towards other things. Kind of like how, you know, the guys talk about the semen retention and all of that. There's ways you can take that energy and build that energy without even like really harnessing it from that area in the beginning. You just literally breathing and harnessing that same energy and taking that, and literally it's like Ryu's Hatugit and throwing it. It's literally taking that and you feel it building up inside of you, and there's nothing else you can do but put it onto something. In my case, an idea I'm working on, cleaning out the garden, whatever I need that energy
like
to do.
that.
It's a very powerful orgasmic experience, and it's not located in one body part.
Yeah,
Like,
it's literally everywhere. It's a full body experience.
And very different than what you might expect from an orgasm. So I'm excited about that. That class is open to all bodies. All of these classes are open to all bodies. That one is $60. And is, again, online at the website. And then that one's at 5. We have a little moment of breath. And then at 8 o'clock, we'll be doing our Dom Experience workshop that has birthed this whole realm of the Dom Experience podcast and the experience. And so I like to call that show and tell meets lecture demo meets play party, in that we will be co-doming a bottom. Nice. And those who are in the workshop will get to explore what a scene looks like from beginning to end, from negotiation and consent all the way through aftercare. You'll get to see the toys of our toy box as they're being used. You'll get to see what they might feel like as they're also being used. And then at the end, you get to try things that you might not have had a chance to like use or have be used on you. So like the electric wand, for instance, you might get a chance to feel what that feels like and also see what it feels like to use it on somebody else who's interested. And that is limited to 10 people. There are couples tickets and singles tickets. I believe singles tickets are $60 and couples tickets are, I think $100. Yeah. And those are also on the website. If for some reason money is the thing that is keeping you from taking class, you might have seen we posted in our stories, and I posted in my stories as well. Money should never be the reason that you don't make an event of ours. It should never be the reason that you don't make it to a thing that we produce. We believe in cooperative economics and exchange of energy, and there's always some trade or opportunity for people to still be able to take class. Like my goal is to lead a small group energy breathgasm. That's my goal.
Yes.
I also deserve to get compensated for my labor, but my goal is to lead an energy breathgasm and teach a class, right? So if that is the thing that's keeping you from your yes, slide in our DMs.
Yeah, let us know.
And let us know. We'll get you signed up. We'll make it happen.
And don't let pride stop you, because we I'm not gonna claim broke, but we all working towards our goals.
We're all in alternative economies in this capitalistic society. Yes. So that's Saturday. So we got Thursday class. Friday we're going to see Raheem. Saturday we're going to learn new ways of orgasming, whether that be the kinky ways or the more tantric ways. And then Sunday is the cookout.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited about the cookout.
And I'm excited about the cookout too.
I've been seeing these singing clips and stuff.
Yes, the cookout is a live music burlesque monthly show that happens on second Sundays over at the Always Lounge. Starts at 7, ends around 9. There will be good food. There will be good drink.
Come on, good drink.
There will be steamy performances. And our band is being led by Saint Mercedes.
Shout out to Saint.
Come on, Saint Mercedes.
Exactly. It's going to be a steamy, sensual experience, and you'll get to hear all the music that you would expect to hear from the cookout. So whereas a lot of live music shows have like classic jazz, like blues, you get the whole vibe. I will be dancing to September, for instance, because we are in it.
Oh, nice.
Exactly.
Oh, that's gonna be fire.
Right. And so that's going to be good. This time around, if you buy your ticket, you also have the option to do a plate and drink add-on.
Ooh.
So you immediately when you buy your ticket, you can get your plate from Uncle Mike and your drink from Aunt Zelda, because Aunt Zelda will be managing the bar.
Okay.
And Mike Marina will be our chef. And we'll have some other opportunities for some other uncles and aunts to roll in. But plates are already selling.
All right.
and it's gonna be good. He's doing his flavor bombs.
Ooh.
So he's really good.
Well, okay then.
Exactly. So
Okay,
Sunday
then.
from 7 to 9, you can see some amazing performances to some amazing music. This is going to be the first one. And so the cast is immaculate.
I'm excited.
Who's gonna be on the show?
We have Higher Heights,
Who else?
Nova Vella,
Who else?
myself,
Who else?
and Simone Del Mar.
Ooh, I can't wait to see y'all dance.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
Simone Del Mar.
Look. That's how I feel about all of them.
Higher
But I'm
Heights.
excited to see the pairing that's going to happen with Saint Mercedes and Simone Del Mar.
Oh.
Right? Like I can feel the energy.
What a
Like
good
I feel
time.
the hairs on my hands, on my arms sticking out.
What a good time.
Right? And so that is most of Central September. We round out Central September on the 30th with Club Renaissance Part 2, a Beyonce dance party.
But we'll talk
love
about that
that.
next
But we'll
week.
talk about that later. You got anything else coming up this week?
Yes. So I perform at Ace on Friday. I host this story slam next Tuesday called The Moth, where you sign up to be a storyteller. And it's literally like a poetry slam, but you
tell a
tell
story.
stories instead. You have a topic, and you have to stick to a topic. You have 5 minutes, and judges are in the audience. And I pull the names randomly out of a hat.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It's really fun. It's at Cafe Istanbul, so you guys should definitely come. I also I also host Bree and the Sparkling Diamonds every single month, the last Tuesday of the month, and that Tuesday is, don't make me lie, that Tuesday is the 27th. So September 27th at Cafe Istanbul, I host a beautiful burlesque show, Bree and the Sparkling Diamonds, and our theme this month is circus.
Oh.
So I may get to be a ringmaster. So you know my costume will be really, 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 really nice.
Nice.
So
I can
that's
see-
what
I can
my
see you in a
month is
nice
looking
top
like.
hat.
Yeah, that's what my month is looking like. Oh, also this month, wow, that's crazy. I'm performing at the Beignet Festival in City Park
Nice. When is
on the
that?
24th of September.
Nice.
I'm pulling up.
Yeah, the Beignet Festival. So that's where you can find me all month.
Boom.
You got anything coming up?
Oh yeah. I forgot I had stuff. I'm
mean-
going to be co-leading the Dom Experience. That's happening this Saturday, and I'm the same as my partner. If it's something that's like stopping you from saying yes is money, holla, and don't trip. We ain't tripping.
Right.
And other than that, yeah, that's all I got right now. Because I just had like a long.
Yeah.
I'm trying to take a little break. I can tell y'all about the other stuff next week.
We had a packed Decadence weekend, and then this one headed over to Jacksonville, Fun Erotic show as well.
so-
What a good time.
Right. So we'll talk a little bit about
What a
that
good time to
once
be
we've had a
alive.
little more time to process.
Right, I still ain't processed none of that.
The whole last weekend and this weekend.
Right.
So, Central September is upon us.
Yes.
I look forward to finding pleasure.
Sexualhealing.com.
I need it with you. I'll also be hopping on live over
I'm
at
gonna just
the
rip the sound from the video.
right. I'll be hopping over on live on maybe this platform, but Cinnamon Vixen and Sensual Healing to do some get ready with me, is to lead some meditations, some breath meditations, some touch meditations, to like hop into sensual stuff. And then there's a sensual touch aphrodisiac line that's available in the shop. There's tea, there's a ritual body oil, there's a smoke blend, there's a bath soak, and a tincture. All the things you need for like a solid, like sexual, sensual experience, either solo
love
or
that.
partnered.
I love that.
It's good. But yeah, them's the church announcements for the day.
I think that's good night.
Yeah. As usual, this is the Dom Experience podcast. Thank you so much for being with us, Raheem.
I love it. You can call me back anytime.
I mean, I plan to.
Yeah, we bring you back.
I plan to. We also need to get Bree on here, so you might have to be on child duty, and Bree hop over here, and then we'll get both
if
of y'all.
If you're still listening, Bree, we're gonna have to pull you up here soon.
Yep. But yeah. Been an amazing time.
Yes, I had a great time.
Thank you for tuning in with us. We will see you next Wednesday. Have a good night.
Good night.
Until it's dumb o'clock. So come on over, hit it harder. Yeah, it's time to rock. Hey, love, under the dark light, dancing into midnight. Your hands trace my outlines, slip to my waist, time for on the floor, right? DJ drop it low, bass line, give me the solo. Let's speed up, cause you're too slow. Yeah, cause you all the place about to blow out.
I'm a trendsetter, no one's better. No doubt whether we're the pros or amateurs. Just can't stop me now. We'll burn it all down to the ground.
Now give me my crown. We got that body party pumping through the break of dawn. You wanna get invited, play the game and come along. We're going hard and getting lit until it's dumb o'clock. So come on over, hit it harder. Yeah, it's time to rock. In the face of the apocalypse, we dance. Forget everything around us in this midnight club.
So follow my lead, and you'll be set free. Riding the flow, we vibing the glow.
Ready to go? Give me some more. Hey, body moving left and right now. Cause we're hypnotized, might just sound bang, bang. Give a little love, a little. Alright, all night, here we go.
Sweating through this fever, guess you made me a believer.
Tick tock on the clock, but we can't stop. Take my hand and we'll go to the top. It's time for the party. It's your best. And no matter what body you were given, you were born on this godforsaken planet. I want to see you dance. Let's begin. Dance is a contact sport, so you better not sell it short. I want to see you break a sweat, get wet like you're running up and down the court. Don't be afraid, just let it be. Let your body just be free. Shoot your shot, then let's get hot. Don't know the way, just follow me. Lose the shirt, then let's play spin. Throw my whistle, let the games begin. One-on-one, let's play again. Step up to the plate and I'll let you win. Let the music take control.